Cities. More than half of us live in one. They also account for 70% of our global CO2 emissions and over half of our waste. So the question is, can they become green, clean, and truly sustainable? We're off on a journey with Hyundai IONIQ to see how communities are rising to the challenge. I'm James Stewart, I'm a TV host, I'm an environmentalist, and I talk quite a lot about climate change and our changing planet. Here in London, we're in one of the greenest cities of them all, with 3,000 parks, over 3 million gardens, and 150 nature reserves. London is so green, in fact, it became the first ever national park city in 2019. Zoologist, wildlife presenter, and musician Louis V.I. agreed to take me on a tour of this greener, wilder side of town. It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too, man. Welcome to Richmond Park. It's one of the biggest parks we've got in London, but also there's a tree which is one of the oldest oaks in this park, and I think we should go check it out. Let's go.
Follow you, man.
There she is. Oh, so this is the one.
I think that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Right? 750 years old. Through its root system, through the mycelial network, which is the fungi system that spreads underneath the ground, it is talking not only to other oaks, but other species.
Kind of goes, this is like sort of central hub.
Exactly. So if you think about like the tube system,
yeah.
You've got all these different lines going on, but a busy
Waterloo.
station. This is like Waterloo, this is like King's Cross. It's also important, you know, to bring in the next generation of this. So we're gonna later on go and hopefully plant some new future mother trees.
That maybe one day themselves become 750 years old.
That will.
That will.
750
Positive
years old.
thinking.
There you go. That's
I
what
like
I'm
that,
talking
man.
about.
Here we are, Louis. London's famous Hyde Park. My favourite park, I think. So like what I love, you see this, right? Look at these people running. Early in the morning, we've got people cycling, there's scooters, there's swimming. You know, it's important that we have green spaces like this in cities for our mental health as well. When you add more green into cities, things start to change. They become happier, healthier, safer, more resilient places to live. This is what I mean about trees.
Yeah.
We're putting a lot of pressure on.
They do a lot of cleaning of the air.
Yeah.
We've got to give them a helping hand.
Charge your cars. Take so much pressure off nature. Do your little bit and let it do its thing. Because you think of like trees and biodiversity and you think they have to be these big spaces.
Yeah, a little pocket of green goes a long way. And it's funny you say that because there's this amazing project called the Suli project.
Right.
That uses a really amazing way of reforesting a small area to make it super biodiverse in cities all over the world. And we're going to go there and find out a little bit more about it.
It's making me fall in love with my city all over again, you know.
It proper is.
Well, good timing because I think we're here.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
We are indeed.
So we get about 300-ish miles on a charge for this thing. You get that one.
So I'll just go straight in.
Yeah, straight in.
Right? Like a glove.
You in? I'm going to do the same thing. And we go around this side.
Okay.
Right. So that's the charge. Easy as that.
So I think coming up here on our left is this Sugi project forest. Hey, Adrian, I'm Louis.
Nice to meet you, Louis.
How's it, James?
Hi, James.
Man, I've heard so much amazing stuff about this project, and I wanted to bring James here to see it.
Cool. Let's have a little walk around, shall we?
Yeah, let's see the highlights. Adrian, when you first arrived here, what was this?
This was just a gravel flat.
Nothing here?
Nothing here. We had the trees, and that was, almost 3 years ago.
What I love about this, Adrian, is you would walk past this and drive past it, and you'd have no idea what was happening in here.
Yeah.
Is that the beauty of these small little spaces?
Yeah. I mean, at least the owner of the company calls it kind of city acupuncture.
I love
where you're bringing green spaces to different spots and bringing life into different spots of the city.
How important is it to have things like this in cities as big as London? There's obviously a lot of cars and pollution.
Yeah, because these things are great for capturing carbon. But the other thing they do, they emit VOCs as well. It's that thing that when you walk through a forest, you get that smell. That chemical's been shown to lower the cortisol levels of people who spend time in there. Forests are fantastic for reducing stress, reducing anxiety, lowering blood pressure and stuff.
I need to come and sit in this forest.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems simple, right? Lots of green in a city equals happier, healthier people. Problem solved. Well, no, it's a little more complicated. You see, good things are rarely equally spread. In fact, 10,000 Londoners are considered nature deprived, people who in many instances would almost have the most to gain. As we move through a city, the story changes. All right, from West London, Central London, we're heading east.
Yeah, we're getting to move out of a more affluent area to the rest of London, and it's just as important to have those green spaces for everyone to be able to access. You know, we passed Tower Hamlets Cemetery, and that was a beautiful green space, but it can't just be a cemetery that is a green space. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone's got to have access to this stuff, right? It shouldn't really matter where you live in the city. Like, in an ideal world, right, what would your city be like?
That's a really good
Louis
question.
VI's utopia, what does that look
Louis
like?
VI's utopia city of the future would be that it would be pretty hard or indistinguishable to tell the buildings from nature. So it's one cooler, has clean air, there's lots of charging points for electric vehicles, and most of all is kids having access to and learning about how to be stewards of nature. We're at the William Ford Junior School, gonna get some kids getting stuck in, planting some trees in the muck, and we're gonna get involved too if you're down.
Some big kids as well,
Yeah.
coming in.
Wow. Wow, look at this. You can work in groups or you can work on your own. Grab one of those and get planting. Thanks, kids.
What are you going to do with that? Pop it in here?
Yes.
How important is it also for kids to get their hands dirty and to be involved in that process?
Yeah, massively so. As soon as you put them in it, they like reconnect.
Yeah, it's already there.
You know, they can get to be kids again.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, they can try a worm on each other. And
Kids naturally love nature, it's that we teach them to fall out of love with it in the modern society, so we just got to stop doing that.
they love that connection.
You just got to keep it nurtured, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Getting stuck in, helping Louis and these kids create a new urban forest felt like an important part of the puzzle. Yes, we need green spaces. Yes, we need equal access. But let's involve the community in creating and maintaining those spaces. Let's strengthen that connection with nature. We have a long way to go, but one clear lesson so far is that a city needs those green foundations and those deep community roots.